Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I am here to go over the book of the month picks for the month of November. I have probably 15 minutes before I need to leave my house, but I wanted to do this. I knew they were going to do this on a day that I had to jet out of here, but I'm here to go over the picks very quickly because I'm excited to see what they're going to offer in November. I'm hoping they have some nonfiction. And I guess that's all I'm really hoping for. But let's go ahead and dive into their picks. Let me know what you chose or what you think about their picks and all of that stuff in the comments. Okie dokie. Here we go. November books. 5 hardcover selections. First up, contemporary fiction, Cursed Daughters. Quick take, a multi-generational story about a family destined for heartbreak and the ways our lineages can and can't define us. Love, love, love this book cover. Family drama, forbidden love, nonlinear timeline, and international. Why we chose it. This book explores superstitions, modernity, and empowerment in ways that both feel specific to its character and universally resonant. We were captivated by the questions this story poses about fate, destiny, and individuality, such as how much of our life is in our own control. This is a genre blending novel that offers a unique mix of mystery, romance, and the otherworldly, resulting in a wholly original take on the multi-generational family drama. So yeah, that one actually sounds really good. Beautiful cover. I'm not going to be reading the synopsises. I thought I got enough of like the gist of the story, just with the why we chose it, the good to know and the quick take. But obviously, do more research into these books yourself if you are actually interested in them, or if you're like one of these are your most anticipated. That should be an easy pick. All right, next up, An Academic Affair Romance by Jodi McAllister. Quick take. In this rivals to romance novel, office hours get steamy when faculty foes get married to advance their careers. Good to know, multiple viewpoints, book about books, salacious marriage of convenience. Why we chose it. We were swooning over the slow burn love story between two people who can't stand each other yet are inexplicably pulled together. This romance is steeped in the academic aesthetic. Think professors clad in tweed, hilariously bookish footnotes, and intellectual rivalry galore. It was refreshing to see how the relationship between the protagonists and their siblings was just as heartwarming as the chemistry between the lovers. Oh, I love that it has like family ties woven in. So that's very cool. Okay, next up is Her One Regret, a mystery by Donna Freitas. Quick take, a mother missing, a baby abandoned, a tense mystery about what can happen when societal pressures snap. Multiple viewpoints, female friendships, slow build, mama drama. Why we chose it. We were compelled by this slow burn crime fiction that is equally as focused on its twisty mystery as it is on its larger themes and characters. This book is unflinching and provocative with its frank discussion of the more taboo side of regretting motherhood and marriage. The unreliable narrators. We were never quite sure who we could trust, and that kept us turning the pages. Content warning, this book contains mentions of the death of a child. Okay. Sounds like a interesting story. Reminds me of why can't I think of the author's name right now? I literally can't think of the author, but there's an author I'm thinking of that it reminds me of. I can't think of it right now. Anyway, all right, let's go through our next book. Violet Thistlewaite is not a villain anymore. A debut fantasy. This cover. is interesting. It's so cute, but then it has like this dragon up there, like spitting out flowers. That's kind of funny. Quick take, a cozy story about what happens when a villain retires. Think magic plants, grumpy sunshine romance, and lots of charm. Oh, that sounds so cute. Multiple viewpoints, romantasy, salacious, and cozy. Why we chose it. We were charmed by this cozy romance about starting over, redemption, and what it really means to be a good person. The town of Dragon's Rest was a captivating place to explore with magical creatures that ranged from dragons and rock goblins to a sentient and murderous plant. This high stakes book left us swooning. The villain retirement story is just as much of a rom com as it is an adventurous fantasy. That's cool. I think this will be a popular pick. And last but not least, for our main pick, no nonfiction because this is speculative fiction, Lightbreakers. I've seen this one around. This moving story about experimental time travel asks, can revisiting our past heartbreak risk the love in our present? Good to know. Emotional, cerebral, multiple viewpoints, infidelity. See, I think that's going to turn a lot of people off. So if you don't like cheating, just keep in mind it has cheating in it. So if you don't like cheating, don't pick up the book. Why we chose it. This is a unique, unconventional take on a time travel story that is rooted in science and memory instead of magic. This book is an intimate story of love, loss, and marriage that has moments of melancholy as well as hope, packing an emotional punch. Its sensational literary writing is combined with philosophical observations of the world around us, resulting in pages that are full of lines we wanted to underline. Well, that sounds good. Content warning, this book contains scenes depicting the death of a child. So that might be, rough. Okay, well, I don't think I'm going to choose any of these. I was hoping for nonfiction, but let me know what you think of the main picks, and then we will go over the add-ons. Let's see. I'll just pretend like I'm gonna pick one of the main. Let's see. Jesse's here. Of course, the books go up today. Exactly, Jesse. There's an add-on book that I'm interested in, but I'm not seeing. Yep, I know that's gonna be the problem. That's gonna be the problem for me. There's gonna be add-ons that I want, but they're not gonna make me pick a main book. Okay, let's go back. Okay, let's look at these add-ons. New and recent add-ons. 59 minutes I have 7 minutes before I have to be out the door. A thriller by Holly Seddon. Quick take. With 1 hour to spare before a missile hits London, 3 women are forced to fight for what they care about most. Good to know, fast read, LGBTQ plus themes, multiple viewpoints, unsettling. This book contains mentions of sexual assault. Where He Left Me by Nicole Bart. Thriller. Quick take. When her husband disappears in the midst of a snowstorm, a woman looks for answers by delving into his buried past. Psychological, nonlinear timeline, slow build, unsettling. Oh, I think this will be a popular add-on. The Everlasting by Alex E. Haro. A shell-shocked historian and a medieval knight become inexplicably involved, transcending time, mythology, and love. Multiple viewpoints, puzzle, slow build, and salacious. Content warning, this book contains scenes depicting suicidal ideation and mentions of miscarriage. Flat Earth by Anika Jade Levy. Debut, early release. In a collapsing society, a writer negotiates relationships, envy, and the commodification of youth, art, and sex. Cerebral, no quotation marks, salacious in New York City. Content warning, this book contains scenes depicting self-harm and mentions of sexual assault, suicide, and miscarriage. With a title like Flat Earth, I was not expecting that. And it looks like the last new one is Kitty St. Clair's Last Dance, a romance book. Grab your partner and don your 1940s dancing shoes for this magical love story. Nonlinear timeline, salacious, magical, and cozy. Okay, so those are the books. I will be skipping this month, but let me know what you think. Let me know if you end up picking anything. And I'm sorry I have to dash off so early today, but I do have a code in the description box that will get you your first book for a discounted rate. And then you can always check back on my channel on the 1st. I will be going over the Aardvark Book Club picks. But that's all for today. Have a great one, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.